Hello, this is Jessica. Today I'm going to talk about the 7 main energy centers of your body, and they are also called the chakras. I just usually call them energy centers. They start at the base of the spine, that is the root chakra. It is the color red, and it is your survival, security, trust, money, and your job. That is what it relates to in your daily life. The next up is your Sacral Chakra or energy center. That is the abdomen directly right above the base of the spine. It is signified by the color orange. And that has to do with your emotions, your sexuality, your food, and pleasure in the daily life. Next up is the Solar Plexus, directly above the sacral, and it's signified by the color yellow. It has to do with your liver, your middle back, personal power, willpower, control, and energy. And directly above that is the heart center, the heart chakra. It is signified by the color green. And this is to do with love, balance, giving, and acceptance. Next up from the heart is the throat chakra. And it is signified by the color blue. And it has to do with communication, expression, creativity, abundance, and receiving. Next up from that is the third eye. Now, the third eye is my favorite personally. I guess they're all equally important. You need them all to be open and functioning to, feel like you're really open and just really feel good. So anyway, the third eye is signified by the color indigo, and it has to do with clairvoyance, intuition, imagination, and consciousness. Directly up on the top of your head is the crown center, the crown chakra. It is signified by the color purple or violet. It has to do with spirituality, understanding, unity, connection, and universal consciousness. Now, these chakras, I've been working on opening mine for about 3 years, and it's been quite a journey. So, when my energy centers started to open, now during meditation, it's best to start with a guided meditation and just kind of listen and just try and relax and just kind of let your energy flow. Now, after that, you can just play music, you can sit in silence, whatever. Just try and let your mind be quiet and just relax and just let it happen. It's best not to force anything, because I tried to, force my third eye and my energy centers to open, and I found that, that just didn't work. I just had to let it happen, and it's been an ongoing process over the last 3 or 4 years. So let's see, what else do I want to talk about today? Oh, and another thing is, when I was first starting to meditate, I was having a lot of, this directly correlates with your thoughts and traumas and everything manifesting as your, physical ailments, because I was having a lot of pain in my left shoulder area. And I had talked to a friend of myself and my mom's, and she is a psychic healer, and she's psychic. and she's really good. So she said that I had something attached to me, an entity attachment. So she helped me get rid of it. She kind of walked me through getting rid of this attachment. And so what you do is, to get rid of any attachments, you picture yourself as like a separate being, right? Like just standing up in a room and you picture yourself. Well, you actually picture two of you. Now, the first one you picture is you with the attachment, and you can usually sense where the attachment is because of where the pain is, right? So you picture the other one, the second you picture pulling that attachment off and cutting the cord to that attachment. And then you wrap that attachment in white light. And I usually picture on the ground violet fire, and I will throw that attachment into the violet fire and watch that attachment dissolve. Now, once you have pulled that attachment off and cut the cord and placed it in the violet fire and watched it dissolve, then you still have cords attached to your body, right? So you have to get in there and pull those cords up out of your etheric body, so you attach, you pull the cords out, and you keep pulling the cords out until you can physically feel in your body that they are gone. But in your mental mind, you're watching yourself pull it out of your etheric body. You guys understand what I'm saying? So you have the actual physical body, and in your mind, you're seeing two of yourself, but one of yourself is pulling this attachment out of the first one of yourself. So you pull this attachment out until you feel like it is all pulled out. And once you have it all pulled out, what I do is I picture the one that is pulling out the attachment. I picture that filled with light and putting light into my body. And filling that hole or that place where the attachment was, I fill that back up with light completely until it is full and will not accept any more light. You just keep pushing the light in. And then you seal up that space where the attachment was attached to. And you heal up that place in the etheric body where that attachment was. And so you heal everything up with light. And then you surround the body with light. Now, before I start to do this detachment of any entity or anything like that, I will ask Creator to give me infinite intelligent light and source light energy to heal myself with. And I ask for the help of my angels, my guides, and, star beings of the highest light and frequency. I ask for the help of my guides. I already said that. And, I ask the Creator for source light to be healed with and to heal myself with. And, I ask for my angels to be present. And that's worked really well for me. Now, the first year, I would say, the first 6 months to a year, when I started meditating, because I had a 30 years worth of attachments and energy that I had to rid myself of. So when I first started to meditate, there were some pretty heavy times when I was getting rid of energy where it was just really heavy. It felt like there was like 1,000,000 pounds on my chest right before it would release. And it just more things just kept coming out as my energy centers were opening. But now I am to the point where my body is in sync with the earth and my energy centers are open. So as soon as my body gets some negative energy, like say I went to work all day and I'm kind of sore from standing and this and that. My body is constantly cycling through that negative energy and regenerating positive energy, because when I see myself now, I see myself surrounded in light and constantly being filled with white light and ultraviolet light. That's source light. That is the light of creation. And in order for us to always be held in that light, we have to always picture ourselves being held in that light. So I think that's all I have for right now. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.